Hey guys, today we're going down memory lane in episode 6 of Agatha All Along. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I'm your boy Wanji. Here with me always to the left of me,
Kitty.
That's right. And as he said, we're going to be going down memory lane. We took a pause on the Witch's Road. This episode, much needed, because I think a lot of people have had a lot of questions about Billy, as we now know.
Yeah. Who we knew was going to be Billy.
Correct.
With the sneak, an accident. Well, I don't think it was an accident. It was on purpose. That one preview that was released right before the show dropped. Oh, the closed captioning said Billy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, we kind of got that spoiler from Funko. Remember where they accidentally Wiccan? Released that he was Wiccan, right. and
Aubrey Plaza's death.
Yes,
Rio's death.
Exactly. So we've had that for a while, but
Correct.
Anyway. So we're going to be talking and diving a little bit more into that episode. But before that, we have some nerd news.
Yo.
All right. So first bit of nerd news today, we have Tom Holland's new premium non-alcoholic beer officially out now.
I'm with it.
Which is awesome because I
really want to try it.
Okay.
I'm not saying...
Let's get like a case and try it right here.
I'm with you.
Yes.
Tom Holland, if you start fucking...
language.
Like supporting our podcast
and
my God. Sponsoring us, I will drink the shit out. If you sponsor
that'd be the only thing we drink.
I will never drink again. I will only drink your non-alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, for sure.
All right? Tom Holland, this is on your shoulders. Yeah. All right?
It is. No, if that would... I would consider us like we made it. If he started supporting our podcast, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway,
absolutely.
But yeah, so that comes off the heels of that interview where he disclosed that he stopped drinking and his life improved. It was the best decision for him.
Yeah. And initially it just started like, if I can do it for a month, I'm cool. He's like,
he took baby steps for sure.
He's like, I'll do another month. Yeah. He's like, and then I came to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore.
He didn't need to. Yeah. He didn't need to drink anymore.
And granted, over there, like at 18, they can drink a little younger age, or 17 or something like that, right?
No, I think it's 18.
Is it 18? Yeah. So there's some differences in over there in Europe, but I mean overall, I've scaled back on how much I drink. Mm-hmm. I know we did what did we do, the bags tournament not too long ago.
Oh yeah,
and I drank.
I got pretty lit that day.
I haven't been that lit in a long time. I felt good. I wasn't drunk though, but I felt lit.
You were tiptoeing to drunk.
You have not seen me drunk.
No, I know that, but I'm saying you were getting there. You were definitely a hard buzz for sure.
I had a buzz. I had definitely not a hard buzz. I had
Mike got
my God.
He put the capital D in drunk. Like goddamn. Anyway, so yeah,
that's a little sus of a little expression right there.
Yeah, I know, right? A little bit. Oh my God. But yeah, so I mean, congratulations to Tom Holland for that. That's an awesome investment, and I hope it does well. Mm-hmm. Next bit of news:
the final Conjuring movie is begin filming.
Yes,
Woo-hoo. I'm with it. Oh, yeah. I love the whole series. I love all the movies that are tied to it. Annabelle, and then the Llorona and the Nun are all tied within that.
I did like the Nun a lot. Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them were really good. Yeah.
All of the Conjuring movies were really good. The Annabelle Beginning. There's 3 Annabelle movies, no?
I believe so.
I don't remember what they're all called.
I don't know if I've seen all 3, but I think I know there are 3.
I owned them all, so if you want to borrow them.
All right.
I got you.
All right. We will definitely do an episode on that.
Absolutely.
When it comes out, for sure.
I can't wait.
So tune into that if you guys are fans of horror. We will definitely. We did say we want to start diving into that genre a little bit more.
Absolutely. So Halloween coming up, we got a fun episode.
Yeah.
We got some cool things in the works.
For sure.
We're putting that together. It's going to be really fun. Thanks for all of those that have actually filled out the form.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
And to my hater out there that put Yo Mana or Yo Mama, I know who you are, and I'm not going to rat you out just yet.
I still say it was The Rock because he heard you talking shit about him.
I know who it was. I have confirmation, so it wasn't The Rock.
That was my first thought. I was like, oh shit, The Rock messages.
But just know you're a butthead.
Nice. All right. So yeah, stay tuned for that episode.
This next bit of news is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a rumor, but I've been hearing this a lot.
Yes.
Emma Stone will reportedly return as Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 4.
I'm with it.
Hell yeah, dude. Now this would be from another world than Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, right? Because she's dead now.
Do you think she's gonna be Spider-Gwen?
I hope to God she is. I would love for her to play Spider-Gwen.
I mean, she can get in shape to be able to play it.
Anybody can. Yeah, when they get the role, they all hit the gym.
And she's small and lanky, and
she's got the build for it.
She I don't know if she's built. No, she has the stature for it, but maybe she can be built for it.
That's what I meant. She has the size and but to be fair, most of that work is stunt people anyway.
Yeah.
With the exception of Tom Holland, because he had acrobatic training.
True.
And he wanted to do as much as he could.
I mean, not Toby.
Andrew
Garfield did some of his stunts too.
Correct. Like I said, they do as much as they can, like if they're able. But all the really action packed scenes, and that's a lot. Or a lot of that's a lot of stunt doubles for the majority of the part. Like it's like legal reasons, it has to be stunt doubles and shit like that. So
yeah.
Next bit of news.
This one I'm so excited for. All right, so the new Karate Kid film has been titled Karate Kid Legends, right? Mm-hmm. And it's starring Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, and Ben Wang.
Wang. No, go ahead. I had to do it.
You're so dumb. No, I'm excited for this. Pulling the OG back together and the new version of it. I mean, obviously, Mr. Miyagi is passed now.
Yeah, well, they're merging both the original Karate Kid series movies and the new one.
Right.
So they're kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not merging. Well, yeah, merging. It's
merging.
Yeah,
so
they're merging.
In my opinion, they're kind of creating a cinematic universe of Karate Kid.
Correct.
That's just the best way I feel like I can explain it.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking game for it. Mm-hmm. Now, my only question is it going to include everything that happened in Cobra Kai, or will it predate? Will it be before or after Cobra Kai?
I think it would be I think if they have it be after Cobra Kai, it'd be a cool way of that being part of that universe. Yeah. Because that's the easy way to tie. Because
they're making the new season. They're working on that.
So and it's the final season, right?
Right.
Okay.
So they're filming it now, right? This movie.
Yes.
No, I lied. It has been titled.
It's been titled so far.
So do you think we'll get a hint to it at the season finale of Cobra Kai?
If it's tying in, then yeah.
That's cool.
I think so.
Are they better?
I would hope. Like, I mean, if Ralph Macchio's in it, it's got to tie into the Karate Kid. To Cobra Kai.
Right.
It's got to.
You think like Jaden wouldn't come back, right?
I think he's...
Just for like a cameo?
I feel like he's done acting.
Yeah. I mean, he has a interesting life.
For the meantime, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think will be included in this.
So then we see... Well, they're going to have to allude to him a little bit if it's Jackie Chan.
Yeah, maybe in conversation he just talks. I had people before.
So does Jackie Chan pop up in the finale of this as a cameo?
That'd be dope.
And talk to
Ralph Macchio.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Or maybe what's the Cobra Kai dude's name?
I don't know because I haven't actually kept up with Cobra Kai, which I probably will now at this.
The one that creates.
The one he beat in
nemesis.
The tournament.
Yeah. The kid.
I don't remember.
I can't think of his damn name.
I just remember the in how.
So you're not up to date with Cobra Kai right now?
I am not.
Oh,
with
man.
How I Met Your Mother, how Neil Patrick Harris's character always considered him the Karate Kid because he was the. Karate.
Yeah.
That joke, and I forgot what the actor's name is, but anyway. Yeah, I'm what I'm imagining is that Jackie Chan is going to wind up being some kind of descendant or family member to Miyagi.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then that's how him and Ralph Macchio get together because he finds out he was either a descendant or a relative of Mr. Miyagi,
or maybe the brother-in-law to the wife.
Something. Like I said, some relation. I have a feeling that there's going to be some relation. Maybe even Mr. Miyagi taught Jackie Chan. You know what I'm
So
saying?
now it's two pupils coming together.
Exactly.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? I'm available.
I mean, I know you guys got the title. It's called Karate Kid Legends, but
Yeah.
if you need a script, call us.
I mean, we're here, ready and freaking rearing. Okay, and then next bit of news: the God of War TV series starting from scratch. Showrunner and producers have left the project. That's interesting because that usually, we're dealing with that with Blade.
We're not dealing. It has been postponed indefinitely.
Yeah,
so I don't think we're gonna get a Blade movie. I think we'll get Blade, but not a Blade movie. And I think it's gonna shift towards Midnight Suns or.
That's what we'll get Blade.
Yeah,
because we know that Mahershala Ali wants to play Blade. He is
Blade. He played Blade and he voiced him in Eternal. So he's in the universe.
Correct. Now. Yeah.
So he exists as Blade.
Yeah. And we know he's really passionate about it. He wants to do it.
And Marvel will fucking lose so many people if they don't cast him if they like. Yeah. Because we're committed to it. Like, we're patient. It's been 4 years already.
We already had this crap with Jonathan Majors. Like, we do not want to deal with that again.
Those different circumstances.
Correct, but I'm just talking solely about, the casting of, we had a perfect cast for this person, and then they switch it or get rid of the
that was more of a political.
Correct, but
they had to, not a political, but like.
No,
yeah, PC.
Political.
Yeah, politically correct. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
They have to. Yeah, because obviously Disney couldn't stand for that,
Yeah, but we'll keep our eyes and ears out for what happens with the God of War TV series, because that's something I would like to cover here.
Mm-hmm.
Were you fans of the game? Did you ever
I love the game. Absolutely.
Yeah. When I got my PS5, I bought the God of War bundle, and I was enjoying the game. It was pretty dope.
Good shit, dude. It's dope.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Last bit of news.
Yes.
So the story of Werewolf by Night will continue after Secret Wars, which is checks out with this whole Blade situation that we were just talking about. I think it just confirms more that Midnight Suns is going to be the focal point. It's going to maybe we might get series of like the supernatural end of it. Werewolf by Night definitely could probably get his own series instead of the special presentation, and then tie in other people.
Because it did pretty well, right, with fans.
Absolutely.
So like they've got the backing. They know they have the audience.
And maybe like 3 weeks ago, I realized that there was a version of it in color.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I rewatched it like in color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I rewatched it.
I thought you knew that. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I didn't even know. I enjoyed it in black and white. I thought it was pretty cool. And I often don't like black and white movies because I don't know. I'm just not old, I guess.
Yeah. You like color. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Like, I have eyes that see colors. So
exactly.
I like to use it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I think that's all we got for some nerd news.
Yeah.
Just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to keep up with the latest of nerd news.
That's right. That's it for nerd news. All right.
I'm just waiting for our glasses to break one day.
They're going, yeah. I mean, one day.
No,
that's why I'm like not throwing it as much anymore. I'm like just.
Oh well, yours are. You can't replace yours. You have to buy them, right? I can just go see a 3D movie and poke the lenses out, and I got a new pair of glasses.
Yeah, mine I got at when 7-Eleven opened up. So yeah, I'd have to look for mine. Producer has Spitfire round for us, right? Score is 6-8. I am closing in. Hopefully, I can win today and really close in this lead, because he's got 2 more wins and he wins.
$1 million.
Oh wow!
Imagine.
Yeah,
and Monopoly.
You should have did the
$1 million. And by the way, guys, this is Red Bull. It's not pee. Okay. So.
I don't think anybody was thinking that, but all right.
Just gotta clear it up for the fans.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just in case you guys thought that.
In case somebody was about to, that'd have been hilarious if somebody was ready, like already typing. Are you drinking pee? Oh shit, he already.
Yeah.
Delete. All right. Okay, Spitfire round. What is the?
Well, let's run it.
So is it like last week where we gotta answer questions? All right.
Cool.
So 10, correct? Okay.
Let's get her done.
I am ready.
So, what famous battle took place in Superman 75? Ready?
Okay.
What Golden Age hero was inspired by Robin Hood?
Okay.
Who were the original 5 members of the Avengers?
Okay, so you got to give us time to write this. Okay.
What? No, I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
fuck.
Do you have to get all 5 to get it right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. I'm iffy on one of them.
The original.
You said all 5?
The original 5. All 5. Go.
I think. Oh, I wrote that one already. Fuck.
I think I think one of them that I wrote isn't.
Okay. All right, I'm good.
What is the name of the metal that makes up Wolverine's skeleton?
All right. Spelling. Good thing spelling doesn't count.
Yeah. I wrote scribbles, so I can read my scribbles.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first villain the Avengers faced as a team?
Fuck. In the comics, right? Like just period?
General. It would have to be comics, obviously.
What was the first villain the Avengers faced as a team?
I'm guessing on this. It's time, dude.
All right. What is the name of the school for mutants founded by Charles Xavier? Which adventure?
Hold on, I'm trying to write stuff.
I know it's not a fucking one word. It's not like Kelly.
I mean, that's a shorter version. It's Thomas Kelly High School.
Yeah, I know, but go ahead.
Ready?
Yes.
Which Avenger was mind controlled by Loki in the first MCU Avenger film?
If I get this wrong, I will be ashamed.
You get to give me that bow.
Yeah, exactly.
If we didn't give it away,
Yeah.
What is the name of Thor's hammer?
Come on. I even think I know how to spell that shit.
Well, good for you, because I don't.
Are you okay.
Who is the leader of the Brotherhood of Mutants? And the last one, what is the name of Tony Stark's AI assistant in the MCU? There should be 2 of them.
So okay. Another one, if I got this wrong.
Your dog is literally named after
Yes, my dog is named after that one. All right. I ain't fucking confident in my answers on this one. Except for like 2 of them. 3, maybe. Okay.
Right, what's the answer for number 1?
Number 1, I got
Battle of Krypton?
I got Superman versus Doomsday.
No.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yes.
Well, you said
The death of Superman.
Yeah.
Battle with Doomsday.
With Doomsday. It was Superman. That's the comic line where Superman dies. Because
Yeah.
Doomsday kills him.
okay.
Fuck yes. I knew it. All right. That's 1 for me.
What do you have for the next one?
Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Was it?
What'd you put?
I didn't put nothing.
Oh, yeah, dude. Green Arrow looks exactly like Robin Hood.
I don't
They even
think
make
that
a
would be-
joke about it. Like, they always joke about that. They call him Robin Hood. I thought you would have had that.
No.
What? Well, it is DC. Fair enough.
What are your 5 members?
You can go first.
So Ant-Man, Wasp, Cap, Thor, and Iron Man? I don't think Iron Man was an original one, though.
You got Cap wrong.
Cap wasn't original?
He wasn't?
No.
Fuck.
So we both did.
I got Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man / Giant Man, and then Hawkeye.
It's Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, and Wasp.
Fuck.
So Hulk instead of Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it was Iron Man, Hulk, Wasp. Who else?
Thor.
Thor and... That was it?
Ant-Man, Wasp, Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man.
Shit.
I thought Cap was an original member.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I thought Iron Man
'Cause
wasn't.
He's one of the older ones.
He's probably frozen.
He's the first Avenger. Well, in the MCU. Never mind.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. So I got 2.
Yeah. So neither of us get that point.
Yeah.
What's the metal?
Adamantium. Don't ask me to spell that because I guarantee you I got it wrong.
All right. The first villain?
Red Skull?
No.
Put a Mortis.
Nope. Loki.
Fuck.
Really?
So just like in the MCU? God damn it. How did we get that wrong? Fuck. Okay.
The school.
Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters?
Yep.
I know you got that
Xavier
right.
School for Gifted
I know
Youngsters.
you got that right. Yeah, there's no way X-Men being your fucking... How much you love them.
Who got controlled by Loki?
Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, Hawkeye.
Yep.
Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir. MJ.
Brotherhood of Mutants.
Magneto.
Magneto.
And then...
Jarvis and Friday.
Yeah.
So I got 8 out of 10. I won. Right?
You won.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
All right, so
closing that lead, baby. 7-8. It's right here. Yeah, fuck yeah.
After the Penguin episode, we might be tied. We'll see what happens.
Oh, let's get her done. Don't call it a comeback and then watch you win the rest. Fucking hell. All right. So that was Spitfire round. Now we getting into the meat of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Agatha, episode 6. Familiar by Thy Side.
Nice.
Now, this one, the synopsis for this episode. Following Agatha's defeat, Wanda's actions and the fate of Westview, Vision, and Ralph Boner are explored through flashbacks, revealing how Teen gained power over Lilia, Jen, and Agatha. So this was the episode that we were all hoping for, to get a little bit more background on Teen / Billy / Wiccan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he Latino? Because he's got a lot of names. You know what I mean? But so yeah, so the show opens up on a bar mitzvah.
Yes.
And William is going through the
ceremony in
the ceremony part of
the mosque is what it's called, right?
Temple, isn't it?
Is it a temple?
Mosque
okay,
is I think Muslim. Yeah,
correct.
I think correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is at temple. He's reading the passage. I'm not that familiar with the bar mitzvah, but
me neither. But he's reading in Hebrew.
Yes, he's reading and singing.
Yes,
and
he has a great voice.
Yes, very nice voice. And he's going through his. You put bat mitzvah. That's for women. That's for girls becoming a young woman.
Oh,
bar mitzvah is the boy.
Really?
Yes, sir. That I do know.
Well,
we can learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, and then after the ceremony, it cuts to the party and the bar mitzvah, and he has a palm reader at his
and lo and behold,
party.
Who is that palm reader?
Yeah, guess who it? One guess as to who it is. It is
fucking Lilia.
Yeah, dude.
I really didn't even see that coming.
What? Oh, well, of her being there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she there? Like, so then they have a history, and then for me, it clicked immediately that she was the one that put the sigil. Okay. When I saw his tarot card behind him, when he walks into the little hut, behind him on the wall is a tarot card that they use for the marketing material.
Like a poster size, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's huge. It's like the whole wall.
Oh, okay.
It's probably like a blanket or something, but it's the card that they use for Wiccan, the tower card, the tower tarot card.
The one that he flips over, right? Or because he draws, right?
Does he?
Or yeah, because that's the whole thing is that he has to pick cards and then they flip him over.
No, she reads his palm.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they never touch the cards.
Okay, so that is,
and that's why it was confusing when he's like, "I thought you were reading," because she goes, the tower. What was the name of the card?
Was it split tower or two tower? No,
tower reverse.
There
he goes, the tower reverse. He's like, "I thought you were reading or telling me my future." So he realized that was a tarot card. Mm-hmm. And as we see
well, we got to imagine that he's into that, because if that's what he wants at his bar mitzvah, the boys get to pick what the theme of their bar mitzvah is. So it's usually what they really like.
Okay. Something so that they really knew what tarot cards were.
So we see later, we'll get to it, but we know that that's a passion of his. Yeah. Magic.
So as she's reading his hand, she goes, your lifeline is broken into two. Usually signifying like personal growth and the important changes in your lives. Mm-hmm. It's like the new you. She's like, I wouldn't worry. Mm-hmm. But in reality, you can see it in her eyes. She's worried. She's like,
well, if you notice, she saw it in her crystal ball. She saw him dressed as Wiccan.
Yeah.
Right. Not the. She didn't see with the crown, did she?
I don't think so.
No, she just saw how he looked in before they got to the Witch's Road, in that outfit.
Yeah,
with the eyeliner and all that. So she saw what he was going to become.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's when she's like, "Oh, the tower reversed," and she has like this premonition.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I thought you were reading." Oh no, he goes, "Yeah, I thought you were reading my palm."
Mm-hmm.
And then Billy realizes that she was talking about a tarot card. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I remembered something." And then,
well, before we kind of skipped over it, but before when he walks in, she asked, "Are we looking into your past or your future?"
Oh, true.
And then he said, "Future, please." And then he goes, "But don't tell me everything. I don't want to know it all." Remember?
You think that's why she wrote the sigil, or was it to protect her?
No, it was 100% to because my theory is, and I think New Rockstars touch on this. Shout out New Rockstars, but I think she put that sigil because she knew who he was, and she knew Wanda was had to die in this universe because she knew Wanda was gonna get too powerful or whatever it was. So she put that sigil on him to hide him from Wanda. That way, Wanda wouldn't go after him, and then them two just fucking dominate in the MCU. That's my theory. I think I think she did it because of Wanda. She was hiding him from everyone, including Wanda.
Okay. I saw it as she was protecting him from Agatha.
Well, Agatha was under the spell, so why would she need to protect?
No, Agatha was in the hex at this point.
Oh, yeah, at this time. Yeah, that's right.
But she knows that Agatha was probably going to need...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm thinking of... Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't think she meant to keep her from her mom. I don't think she realized that basically all of Multiverse of Madness could have not happened had she not written that sigil.
Correct, because that hid him from Wanda, and that's why she went searching into the multiverse.
Right, and she could not find him even with the Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, basically Multiverse of Madness wouldn't have happened. She would have found Tommy and Billy earlier, and... Who knows? Who knows what would have happened?
I mean, maybe both. Maybe she was hiding him from Agatha and his mom.
True.
Because again, she saw the future, so she saw what was going to happen with the hex and everything. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But anyway, so go ahead. So after she says she remembered something.
Yeah, and they kind of changed from that, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go." And then she's like, "I wouldn't worry either way. Like, you're going to be fine. You're a smart young man," or something like that, right? And then he goes, "I really like it in here. It's very early Argento." When there was like a term that he used to like explain like the feng shui in her place. And then he walks out but leaves his coat behind.
Yeah.
So that's when she grabs his little wooden tile. And
his blazer, right? It was...
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaves his blazer behind, and then she writes the sigil and then puts it in his jacket. And then it happens immediately. Yeah, the sigil.
I would imagine as soon as she finished the stroke of the sigil, like instantly it started working.
Yeah. So then she walks out of the little booth, gives it to the mom, and she's like, "Oh, a kid left it in here." And she's like, "Who?" And she's like, "I don't remember."
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh, damn, that shit worked right away." Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Instant sigil. Yeah.
I got a few people I want to put a sigil on.
Seriously. All right.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then it flips to them getting kind of a little panicked. They're like, "Oh, that the anomaly happening in Westview. Something's happening. Everyone has to evacuate." So
almost like a state of emergency happens. Yeah.
Correct. So everyone like jumps in their cars, are taking off, and like they seem a little calm in the car. They're not super frazzled. Excuse me.
But you hear
as they're flipping through the radio, you hear Wanda and Vision talking.
But you hear it as one of the episodes.
Right.
In the hex. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Right. And then all of a sudden Billy's like, well, William at that point is like, "Mom," and they're driving on the right side of the road, and a
truck.
Yeah, a pickup truck is driving on the wrong side of the road and almost hits them. So she swerves, goes off the road and hits a tree
and tailbones into a tree.
Dude, just boom. Bad. Or T-bones. Gets T-boned.
Sorry, not tailbones.
I know what you meant.
T-bones, yeah. That's
it gets T-boned, yeah, and it just like, it almost wraps a little bit.
Because that thing whipped and hit that tree dead on hard, and it hit right where Billy was sitting.
Well, it hit it right in the middle with him. I don't know how the mom didn't get as hurt as Billy.
That's what I'm saying. The tree where Billy, it hit the back seat is what hit the tree dead on.
Oh, yeah.
And she just caught like a little bit of it because, of course, it hit that side, which is why she wasn't as badly hurt as Billy.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, was he wearing a seatbelt?
He was.
He was, okay. So
Yeah.
that's probably what stopped him from completely just having his fucking side of his face bashed in or whatever.
Correct. So as we see it happen, what's it called? William's heart slows down, the heart rate, and then it stops, and then all of a sudden it starts beating again. And he wakes up and he screams Tommy.
Yeah.
And we hear like the ending of like them saying, "Thank you for letting me be your mom," and like that whole ending when they're saying goodbye to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Voss, again at New Rockstars, on previous episodes they had did, they had said he had kind of predicted it. He's like, so when the hex happened and everything fell apart, their spirits left the hex and lynched onto the nearest thing that can be like the
nearest like person dying or
correct,
yeah.
in a near death situation where they clinged onto life and essentially used them as an avatar or a vessel.
Yeah. Which I really like. They even touched on it too, but I really like the way it was done. It was done very minimal. It didn't have like we didn't see a blue mist coming and go into
right.
William.
It wasn't overdone.
It was done really well. Like I said, it's mainly just audio and great acting
it just
by
shows how great
Joe
Jack
Locke.
Schaefer is and the whole show run and the producers how they put this all together. This is one of the reasons why WandaVision was so successful. It's because Jack Schaefer is a genius and just like the fluidity of the storytelling that's being done, that visual effects needed to sell this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was
and I mean, hats off to Joe Locke too. That performance of him.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know,
top line.
Hell yeah, he's doing a amazing job.
Honestly, all of them are.
Yeah. I mean, I was just talking about him specifically, like especially with that scene, like. It's mostly you, and then just audio. So there's not a lot to like express what's happening. But yeah, I mean he's another like home run casting with this person to play Wiccan. Yeah, for sure.
So then after that happens,
so he comes to and the dad
waves down.
They see a cop car go by, so he gets out.
Cop. Huh? An Eastview cop.
So he gets out and he runs to the side of the road to try to wave down another cop or whatever, and then
the cop that comes ends up being Alice.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
So they're tying in how all the witches actually met him, just didn't realize that's who that was.
Right.
Well, to be fair, he had just become Billy at that moment, so they're not gonna know, and because she had said she was a cop before.
Yeah, but they also couldn't sense that he was a witch because of the sigil too.
Correct. Yeah. Uh-huh. So then it cuts to him in the hospital.
They're asking do you remember who you are?
With the oxygen over his mouth and kind of panicking.
Yeah, he doesn't remember nothing. And he's looking at himself in like the reflection and
because the last thing he remembered was the hex closing. Yeah, and like him going away, and then he's essentially a 10-year-old boy in this 13-year-old's body.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, so he's just like he's getting used to like what's happening, what just happened. Yeah,
I mean he also doesn't look the way he did before.
What do you mean?
Because he looks at himself in the reflection of the glass, and he's like, he doesn't recognize himself.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he's like, what is going on? Who are these people? And we find out that Jeff and Rebecca are his parents. And then he gets home. He sees family pictures.
Well, before, when the parents walk in to see how he is, he starts hearing their thoughts.
Oh, in the hospital, right? And he's like, "Oh, please don't fight." And they're like, "Wait, what? We're not fighting."
Yeah.
And they totally were like in their mind, they were like trying to figure out what the hell they were going to do. Their son, medically is okay, and all the scans came back good, but he just doesn't remember who he is.
They're like hoping that his memory's going to come back and this and that. They're just worrying, as parents would. Yeah. But as you're saying, they get back to the house. Billy sees all his family pictures, but doesn't recognize himself in the mirror.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And
his telepathic powers are becoming very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And again, the parents are like freaking out, but not telling him that. And then he's like, stop worrying about me. He like wigs out again. So then he goes back to, he's like, I think I'm
almost has like an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Kind of all the thoughts being too loud, and kind of reminds me of Professor X in a little bit. Or no, not Jean. Oh, remember how Jean was getting too overwhelmed, and then Professor X had to help her with that.
Quiet him down.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that kind of continued from WandaVision in the maybe like episode 6 or something like that, or 7, where the kids go to Agatha's house.
Yeah, and he says that he likes it here because it's quiet.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting because that means his telepathic powers were really picking up back then too. So he was just learning how to use them, and now at a 13-year-old boy, I think it accelerated his
because
powers.
There was that 3-year gap that he would have slowly gotten used to the powers or learn how to control the powers,
right? And I feel like
went from
in the
0
vessel
to 100.
In the vessel he's in, they were amplified, and he hadn't honed them to handle that amplification.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so then he gets in his room. In his room, we see some cool pictures. There's like a Wizard of Oz situation. There's a poster, and then there's also a Wizard of Oz like toys on the shelves. Just like Operation up there. Total kids room, but you also see some Houdini's posters on the walls.
Yeah, so you see a lot of
magic
and wizardry and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then we also see maybe that's a little bit later. I jumped the gun, but so whatever. So after that, he looks in the mirror and he's like, "I am William Kaplan." And he's just every time he says it, I feel like he believes it less and less every time he says it out loud.
Yeah.
And then it jumps 3 years, and he's sitting outside with his boyf. I love that he saved his name on his phone like that. It's super cute.
Yeah.
And his name is Eddie. So we met Eddie. Well, have we met Eddie?
I don't think so, because I don't think he was in Westview under the hex.
No, he wasn't.
No, because remember, we didn't see any other kids.
I guess we only saw when it popped up on his phone when he called.
His picture?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably, yeah. But that's the only... Yeah, I think he's a new character. I don't think we met him
No, he is a new character, but I'm saying, have we met him earlier in the series?
Oh, in the series? No, definitely not.
No, right?
No,
okay.
no.
I don't know why I was thinking we did.
No.
So, like, they're hanging out, and, like, Eddie leans in to kiss him, and he's like, just tell him. And in his mind, he's, like, talking to himself, like, building up himself to tell Billy, I love you. And Billy's like...
He stops them kissing, and then he's like, I have to tell you something, and you're going to think I'm crazy, or you're just going to sound crazy.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to open up that he is not
Billy Kaplan.
Yeah, William Kaplan. He is... Well,
he doesn't really say it yet.
Yeah, he doesn't say it yet, but he says that, he goes, I
died the night of the accident.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I was something more. I'm not Billy Kaplan.
Yeah. And he says that he pretended to regain his memories for his parents.
Yeah, so basically to get off his case.
Exactly.
To give them some peace of mind. Too.
Exactly.
And he's like, but I love you too. I mean, and he's like, I love you too. He's like,
he goes two, and then he goes, well, I
love you. Period. The
first time, yeah. it was so funny how he was like
super awkward.
Stumbling, yeah.
He's like, so if you're not Billy Kaplan, who are you? And then they jump to being in his room.
Yeah. Which I would have loved him goes, I'm Batman. Just straight Deadpool.
I'm dead. He can't break the fourth wall.
No, I know, but
I think he knows who Batman is.
Just like how Deadpool did that. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
So he goes, he's like, they're in the room. He's like, so I've compiled a dossier. And he's like, of course you have. And then he goes, no distractions. I'm going to need you to hide those arms.
Yeah, because Eddie goes to get comfortable, so he goes to take off his shirt, and apparently he's wearing
he had a jean jacket.
Oh, yeah, jacket.
But then he had a muscle man shirt underneath.
He had a sleeveless shirt, and he goes, no distractions. I need you to hide those arms. Yeah. Which is like...
super cute.
It was really cute, because we see one of the things that Billy is... Why he's attracted to Eddie is he's in good shape. So it's like, we go, okay... So you like that's one thing you like about this guy. So
like
that was
a buff man.
That'd be the equivalent to like our girls taking off their sweater and they have like a crop top. You know what I mean? Like, I need you to hide those. Yeah.
I have to cook, and I'm not gonna cook shit if you're gonna be walking around the house like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, go ahead. So he goes to just basically show him everything he's researched.
All the data he's researched, right. Yeah. So when he first opens his laptop, it shows that he was watching Jen for skincare routines, and he's like, "Look at her skin should be criminal. How flawless her skin is."
Yeah,
some bullshit like that. So
it should be illegal how flawless her skin is, or something like that. Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's exactly what he says. And then in the room, we see there's a lot to unfold in that room.
There is a lot.
It has enhanced and grown a lot since then. Let me pull up the picture.
Oh yeah. Well, he's had 3 years to just put all kinds of stuff in that room, as far as this dossier that he's been putting together. But he shows him a clip of the hex obviously from outside of it, and you can see on the wall of the hex a rune.
Runes, and he's like, that's witchcraft.
Because he was saying, what is that, aliens or something like that? Didn't Eddie say that?
Oh yeah, that's what Eddie says.
He's like,
so on the wall we see Evanescence, like a pretty goth band from back in the day. We see Jennifer's Body, that
Megan Fox movie.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we see Wizard of Oz on the wall. We see on the back wall his I wouldn't call it a sigil, but he manifests his power and it creates that star situation.
Okay.
That there's a metal one up there in the air.
Okay.
His sigil's written on the back wall. His chair pattern is the phases of the moon.
Okay.
The blue chair.
Yeah. Which we see on the Witch's Road, yeah.
Right. And then he has another poster of Carrie, of The Craft. And nice. Then another one of...
Gotta have The Craft.
What's that Disney movie with the big dark demon?
Maleficent?
No. Which we know in the next episode, he's going to be Maleficent in Lilia's trial.
Because her trial is Wizard of Oz theme, right?
But that has nothing to do with Maleficent. But yes.
But you said he's
Maleficent.
Oh, you said he's Maleficent.
And
sorry, I don't know why I heard
she's
the Green Witch.
And Agatha's the Green Witch.
That's what it was. Okay, that's where my head went. All right, because I remember you telling me that earlier.
Yeah,
okay.
there's just so many
There's a lot to unpack. Well, like I said, he's had 3 years to decorate this room and put up all his stuff for his dossier.
Right. There's a couple. There's an image of it looks like a witch, like the road. So I'm guessing it's the Witch's Road.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then what else? I think that's pretty much it that I got from here. But
yeah.
And then...
So then don't they go on the computer and he starts... I forget what he does, but he
just starts showing the sigil... Or not the sigil. He starts showing
what the ruins mean, right?
He starts going through that. He's like, but I haven't really been able to find... No, he doesn't go through the definition of room. He's like, but I haven't been able to find anyone that wants to talk about what happened in the hex.
Oh, right.
And then he brings up, he's like, I did find someone on Reddit. And then it cuts to that.
Well, I remember before that he had told his boyfriend something about you're too trusting or something like that. And then when he told him that he found someone on Reddit, he goes, and I'm too trusting?
Yeah.
It's really? But yeah, so then they're on Reddit, and his name on Reddit is Craft Crazy 17.
Yeah.
And he finds the only person that's willing to talk about what happened in the hex is Bonerific 69. Awesome name.
Yeah. And turns out to be Rolf Boner. And
which makes
Evan
sense.
Peters fucking
coming back.
Yeah, coming back, and he's wigging out. He has chicken bone meat.
He is 100% in PTSD.
Oh my god, poor guy.
Full blown.
And I get it because his mind was torn by two different witches.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I could only imagine what the guy went through. And yeah, when I saw the preview, we saw
he talks about the toll it took on him.
Yeah,
to this guy.
But did you think it was gonna be Rolf Boner?
My first thought it was gonna be Detective Wu. I thought it was gonna be him.
I didn't even think about that.
And then he turned around and I was like, oh shit!
He was
Rolf
never
Boner.
really in the hex, and his hair's long. So
correct, but I thought he was going to be the only one that wanted to talk about it because he experienced a lot, or he had to deal with everything in there.
I mean, it would have been cool, but since he was never really under the hex,
was that his name? Wu?
Yeah, Agent Wu.
Okay. Yeah. Agent Wu. I said detective. Sorry, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be him.
He's so paranoid. He checks them both for a wire.
And the boyfriend's like, before he goes to pat him down, he goes, no.
Yeah, he rips up his shirt like, no. Don't touch me. Don't pat me down.
That made me laugh so hard. I was like, that was so funny.
The amount of paranoia that he has, it's like,
dude,
I can't imagine.
He needs serious therapy.
Seriously.
BetterHelp.com, please sponsor us.
Yes, please do.
But yeah, so he tells them he tells them what he went through in the hex,
and he explains it. He's like, it's like watching yourself on TV and not being able to turn it off.
Yeah,
and that's fucking like almost like sleep paralysis. Yeah, like that's what I would equate it to. You know, I'll talk about my sleep paralysis story and on the Halloween episode. Yeah. But man, it's scary, and if that's what it felt like, and you can think and you can. Yeah, you can think for yourself, but you're forced to speak something else.
It's almost. Oh no, I guess what you said is because it's like being in a coma. You can hear what's going on, but you can't physically do anything about it. Like you want to talk, but you can't talk.
If you're in a coma, you're unconscious.
No, sir. You're conscious. Well, not conscious, but you can hear things. That's a fact. People have come out of coma saying, "I heard everything that was happening."
That's crazy.
They can hear everything, and process what's going on around them. They just can't wake their body up.
So so I dabble into the supernatural stuff. I believe in all that stuff. Like, I think when shit like that happens, I think it was an astral projection. So similar to how like in Insidious, where the body separated. Okay. I think in coma situations like that, I think it's your astral projection separating from your physical self. And that's why they can hear, but they don't know how to get back in.
Correct.
And I think that's not typically. That's in my opinion. That's what happens.
Okay. I can follow that.
So like kind of like what Hulk and Banner.
Yeah, in a way, but they just don't have. They're not fully. They don't have control of that, so they're not like as.
That's a little bit of an interesting, because like they're two personalities. So essentially, he's DID or schizophrenic.
Who?
Hulk and Banner.
Okay.
Because they're two split personalities. They have their own personalities. Mm-hmm. And then when Smart Hulk happened, they were able to put them both together.
Yeah.
But I still think Banner's more in control of Smart Hulk than.
For sure. Yeah. I think Hulk is just he combined, but he took a back seat to the controlling, and he let Banner control most of it. But yeah.
But I was talking more like what happened when
the Ancient One separated them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's what happened in Doctor Strange in the first one, where she did that to him,
but she separated Strange's physical from his astral. Right. This one she separated Hulk. Oh no, but he was in Smart Hulk form.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just what came out.
Because it was just Banner.
Yeah, what came out was just Banner because they
were in Smart Hulk form.
Yeah, so there is no Hulk. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
can you imagine what would have happened? Could she have separated?
Two of them come out?
If he was in regular Hulk form?
Oh. She would have to, because then if she just took out Bruce, Hulk would still be there and fucking went crazy.
Well, there's a Loki comic.
Ran off. Fuck you, Brenner.
There's a Loki comic where he separates Bruce from Hulk, and Hulk goes on this like rampage. Mm-hmm. Thor, like he beats the shit out of Thor.
Oh wow!
Like, and Thor gets back up and he's like, ugh, but he fights through it still. But like, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was like an untamed. Banner definitely hones down and waters down Hulk. With reason, because
it's the same thing as like not to get too far off topic, but the way adamantium like waters down Wolverine, because it takes some of his power to heal the poisoning from adamantium that he can't gain his full strength. Anyway, so to get back to this, so he describes what it was like, and then Billy keeps reading his mind. And the thought that Boner keeps repeating over and over is
don't ask about Agatha. Don't ask about Agatha.
And that's the first thing Billy's like, all right, well, that's what I'm going to do. He goes, tell me about Agatha Harkness. He goes, damn it, man, come on.
His sporadicness, like, it's so funny, dude.
He is, like, playing the paranoid, like, perfectly.
And he pulls out the witch spray, the witch repellent.
Yeah.
He's like, it's witch repellent.
Which I was asking, I was like, do you think that actually works? Like,
I don't know.
I doubt it is.
I would
or
imagine,
what if it works like how you spray cats, and the witches are like, and that's what it does. It just gets them away from you.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so then he
walks off initially, and he's like, no, wait. He's like, all right, it's gonna cost you more then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so he tells them, he's like, look, I didn't just suffer like the rest of the yahoos at Westview.
Mm-hmm.
My deal was way worse. Agatha hijacked my life, called me her husband, made me do horrible things.
Sexual things?
Oh my god. He was a terrible example for the twins. He killed a dog. He's like, and she ruined the market value of my house.
Yeah, but my favorite part was he goes, I killed a dog. She made me. I killed the dog, and then Eddie goes, woof, and then he goes, come on, man.
That was uncalled for, bro.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But this was a really great comic relief scene.
Yeah.
With Ralph Bohner coming back. It was great.
And I love that we got such a in your face episode when we found out this was Billy in a previous episode, and this one even though it was so much storytelling, it didn't get to the point where all right, come on, I never felt like that. And
each part of his each part of the down memory lane was important, and it had a purpose.
Right.
It wasn't just showing what happened just to show us what happened.
Right.
It all had a specific meaning, and it plays into what we're going to be seeing next.
Right.
So, but then Ralph is like, because I had to get out of there, I left my Blu-ray collection behind. He goes, Agatha can have my Bowflex. But that was funny. And I was telling you, I was like, dude, that would have been me with my my Blu-ray collection. I absolutely love my collection. Which, oh my God, don't even get me started. I was so pissed today. I went to go get Deadpool and Wolverine on 4K. Fucking Target doesn't even sell movies anymore, man. I'm like, I was gonna have a video for you guys, of me going in and buying it, and fucking Target.
Well, that Target, the one by me does though.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they haven't went through the full remodel yet.
Okay.
Because you know how there's carpeted areas, and they remodeled how they have the whole entertainment side?
Yeah, the two guys I was asking, they were taking down shelves and they were redoing that. They were, I guess, moving the PlayStation section or something, or doing something. But I asked him, you guys don't sell movies anymore? He was like, no, we don't.
No, yeah, all the pogs are I'm sorry, that's the Target lingo.
Okay.
It's like the gondolas and the way they set up the shelves, and they want to maximize space and advertisement, and push things more online because there's more money that way, because you're warehousing in one place, and then they're selling from another, straight from the warehouse straight to the doorstep. And so you're eliminating having to have that cost of inventory, the cost of theft, because DVDs and Blu-rays are all constantly being stolen.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it when that happened, and I was like, well, that makes sense because more and more people are either buying digital or just streaming now.
Yeah.
Hardly people are buying hard copies of films
unless you're
anymore.
A hardcore, person like us, where we like the physical and display of our movies.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. But anyway, to get back on topic, so
I guess I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but now we see the room again, and he's like, this is where he's Googling Agatha.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to figure out who the hell Agatha is, and it shows more. I forgot to talk about this. So Lorna Wu, there's a poster of Lorna Wu on the wall.
Which is Alice's mom.
And then he actually has the Witch's Road playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see a box of tarot cards up top. And then a book that caught my eye, which is the Witchcraft and Demonology, which is, I'm guessing, a bigger version of the little spell book that he has. Mm-hmm. Him understanding how to use it, how to cast it.
That's probably, where he learned maybe more about the Witch's Road and what it does, and then
correct
where he got the spells for Agatha.
Did you notice his earring on his left is actually a black heart? Mm-hmm. And so...
And that's what Eddie texts him, right?
Correct. You made a point that maybe that's why Lilia couldn't write his name.
And that's why she wrote a black heart on the list of witches to get.
Yeah. And I think it holds some water, but at the same time, they needed a green witch.
Correct.
And Mrs. Hart or Sharon Davis was meant to be that green witch, and it didn't happen because she died. So they brought...
Well, she wasn't a witch.
Right, because she wasn't a witch, yeah. So they brought... apparently the Green Witch as Rio.
Damn right.
So I don't know.
You got to say it right, though. The Green Witch.
Oh yeah, with the deep voice now. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the.
There's got to be some kind of meaning behind that.
Well, this is episode 6. We have one more solo episode before the last 2 finales.
Fuck,
so
yeah.
We're gonna get hit hard with a lot of information.
The last 2 episodes, I'm predicting they're gonna be big episodes.
Hell
dude.
yeah. Hell yeah.
They're gonna hit us hard with a lot of good info and a lot of good stuff. Hopefully some good action sequences, because I'm ready to see some witches fight.
Yeah. So he looks up who Agatha is, and in there he takes an image of Agatha and throws it into the search box, and it says Agatha. Oh, I misspelled that, but a Zeppelin explosion and it kills 32 people. Yeah. So apparently she was part of that. Is Agatha Jolie in the Dolly Parton show? And then again on the bottom it shows like a Brujapedia, or not pedia. Brujapedia, yeah.
Which is Bruja is Spanish for witch.
Yeah.
And
so like a witch Wikipedia kind of thing.
I love it.
Which was pretty cool. So
yeah, and I love that it was Bruja instead of like Witchpedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So he clicks on it and ends up showing like a couple different things, and one of the things it says was who Agatha is the only known witch to survive the Witch's Road. And then the song starts playing louder in the background, and he like looks at the record player.
Yeah.
So it's like apparently common knowledge within the witching world that she's the only one to ever survive it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he's like, all right, I need to break her free, because
I need answers. And
yeah. I forgot to say that Ralph does say that she's still under a spell in Westview.
Oh, that Wanda kept her under a spell. Yeah.
And another thing is he's writing notes and he's trying to write like who's Tommy, who's Vision, or where's Vision, where's Wanda, and then William or Billy. He's like. He doesn't put anything, but I think he writes like, "Is that me?" or something, or I don't remember, somewhere around the lines. So then he's like, "I need to talk to Agatha because maybe essentially bridge the story together so you can find out more things." So that's why it turns into the first episode, the detective episode.
So yeah, so now we see the first episode again, but we see it from Billy's point of view instead of Wanda's.
So he's outside the window, and
What I liked about it is that we saw what was actually happening, not what was going through Wanda's head. Yeah. I'm sorry, not Wanda, Agatha's head.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see him like actually saying like, oh, you're a detective. He goes, that's not what I was expecting, but I like it on you. Like, yeah.
I can see that for you.
Yeah, I can see that for you. There you go.
So it breaks in, it breaks into the part, or it shows up to the part where Agatha's sitting on the couch drinking coffee and talking to Rio.
No, I thought she brought her beer or she brought her pizza, so they're drinking beers.
Oh, pizza and beer. Yeah, you're right. But we don't see Rio. We still haven't seen Rio for like now since the end of the other episode when they were in the trial, and now this whole episode we don't see Rio.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Rio is a figment of Agatha's imagination, or she is just fucking with Rio's mind, or Rio is messing with Agatha's mind with her magic to figure out like what the fuck is going on, like who did this to you?
That's what I'm thinking, is that she maybe wasn't around during the first episode like we thought, and she didn't manifest herself, or she didn't come to until
they fought.
So Agatha was out of the
So maybe
spell.
she was like astral projecting or
using a spell to get into Agatha's mind.
Yeah, like what's going on? Because I don't think she really realizes who put this hex on her yet, and why it's still happening if the rest Wanda's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, and the rest of you is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think Rio still has a soft spot for Agatha, and she's trying to help her.
Oh, that's clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happened? So you have
you didn't think it like that?
No, I was thinking if she does like astral project, then how is it that the others could still see her?
Well, no, we're saying that
in that moment. On the road, it's her physically.
Yeah,
like,
only in the first episode when she was still under that spell.
Because only
that
people
was her just projecting herself into Agatha's mind.
The only people that see her until she is on the road is Agatha. So
And William.
in Agatha's.
William saw her at the house. Oh no, he was still in the closet. Which I love that joke, where he goes, "I don't want to go in the closet again." I like that was clearly a gay joke.
Yeah,
like let's just be 100. Like that was so good.
That was funny.
That made me laugh.
But yeah, so
okay, yeah, you're right.
Agatha talks to Rio in her office, and then back again at the house, and then we don't see them interact again until she's out of the hex and
out of the spell.
Well, it's a hex spell.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always consider the hex the whole big thing, but you're right. Go ahead.
And then, I think the entire house is hexed because everything shifts in the house for her.
Fair enough. Okay.
Mentally, at least. Yeah. And then they fight after she's already broken from the spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, that's what we're saying. So okay. So, where are we at now?
So the kid breaks in, or Billy breaks into the house, and
we're seeing
he goes to find her brooch, and then knocks over a lamp, Goofy, and then falls from the window as he's like trying to get through, and then she ends up catching him and sits his ass down. She's like, "Why would you try to steal from a well-decorated detective?" And that's when he's like, "Oh, detective, so I see that for you."
Where we thought they were at the precinct. They were just in her living room.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And when she kicks the shit out of him and sends him flying to the ground in episode 1,
she just kicks him.
And he's like, "Oh, can we not use physical violence? Like, what?
Can we not with the physical violence?" Oh, yeah. That was funny. So she saw it as she kicked the shit out of him and he went flying.
Yeah.
Or he just fell over, I mean. But really, he's just like, "Ow." Yeah. That was funny.
And like, when she's like, "Where were you between 1 a.m. and 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. She's like, "Sleeping. I am a total loser."
Yeah. Is he a liar or a total loser? Yeah. And she's just mocking him, writing, and that shit was funny.
Her gun is the hose.
The handle for the hose. That's so good. Oh God, that's so funny.
Dude. Catherine Hahn is a G. I love her acting in this.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've always loved her acting.
Yeah, but I've been a huge fan of hers for a while. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping we get more Catherine Hahn in like lead roles in the future going down. Mm-hmm. Agatha Harkness is going to be part of. It'd be a huge missed opportunity if they don't bring her back for taking care of Franklin Richards.
Mm-hmm. I kind of feel like it's setting up for that.
It has to.
Because it's not a coincidence that this show is coming out and Fantastic Four is not too far.
Yeah, next year.
It's next year. That's not a coincidence, dude. We all know the great Kevin Feige planned this shit out for a reason. Yeah. So, yeah, for sure. I think that's coming.
Yeah. So then he starts reading a spell, and while he's holding the sigil, and then like flash forwards through everything up until the end of the last episode. So it flash forwards, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And then like she said, before he even started reading the
spell,
mm-hmm. She was slipping in and out of the hex reality, mm-hmm. which was weird.
Which he saw that, and then he's like, "All right, let me say this, and hopefully it'll break it."
Right.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was because she was in the presence of another witch, and because powers come from his mother, mm-hmm. or the hex comes from his mother. Was he just like interfering? Not by all means like. Did he have the power to just like make it go away?
No, but it was definitely some interference. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And then it shows her opening up the closet door, and then it shows him standing there saying, "I'm Billy Kaplan," and then
William Kaplan.
William Kaplan, and then
she says again.
Yeah,
and then
she looks. She puts the brooch away in her like boot, the cleavage. Walks closer, and she's like, "Say again." And then that's when he goes, "I'm Billy Maximoff."
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Huh," and she's obviously we know she's still seeing the sigil.
Yeah,
I don't think he realizes the sigil.
No, he doesn't know that they can't hear his name at first. Yeah,
I think he only figures it out when they tell him.
Someone put a sigil on that boy. Yeah. And then he's like, "Huh, you guys can't hear it." And then I think that's why he breaks it, because he realized what that's doing.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really realized until the road.
Yeah, because no one ever put, like, why can't I hear you say your name? Like, no one ever calls it out. They're just like, huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know? So yeah, then it cuts to Wanda. Fuck, I keep calling her Wanda. Agatha comes
crawling out of the mud.
Yeah, dude.
And now the witch's road has, like, been dark.
I have a quick question. How many takes do you think that took? Because that's her covered in mud. That's her actually crawling out covered in mud. So, like, if they don't get that in one take, she's got to go back in there and keep coming.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I would imagine
I hope they got that in one take.
I would imagine there's, like, stairs, right? Or a ladder for her to step up. And then they're like, all right, cool, you ready? And, like, she's already fully submerged, and she just puts her head down.
No, I think they dig a little pit. She lays down.
Correct.
They cover her, and then she has to crawl out of that mud. They cover her. They cover, obviously, her head last. Cover her, action, and then she starts to crawl out. I don't think that there's a stair situation, because that looks like, again, I could be wrong, movie magic. It could be a stage. It could be a situation where she's standing upright and crawls out.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's the case, because it looked, to me, I think like they just made a little grave, quote unquote, and then covered her and had her crawl out. Yeah, that's just me. But yeah, I was just like watching that. I'm like, I wonder how many takes that took. Because you got to imagine, you got to try to get it in one take, because she does not want to get covered in mud again.
Who the hell wants to?
Exactly. So, all right, go ahead.
And then she comes over, and they're like, what did she say to him?
The actual line she said? I forgot.
Yeah, I know he goes, I'm not like you. She's like, oh, where did I hear that before?
His mama.
Yeah. She's like, where did you come by this fresh body? And then he was almost going to attack her, and then the powers didn't pop up. And he's like, she's like.
And she saw that, yeah.
And then he's like, well, you know they're there. And then she's like, what does Billy Maximoff want at the end of the road? That whole scene was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then she's like, big magic? It's already in the bag. Fine mama? No, I don't think so. Robo Papa?
Yeah, where's Robo Papa? That was. Yeah. If somebody doesn't make a shirt for that, we will.
It has to be a meme.
It's at least at the we can make that, but at the very least, it's got to be out there.
Yeah. She's like, oh, there's two of you. That's right. You want Toby?
Yeah.
He's like Tommy.
Yeah.
She's like, that's what I said.
Yeah. Which you had said.
Toby is the demon from Paranormal Activity.
The Paranormal Activity movies, which, do you think that was a little nod to that?
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a close name for, because she could have said Timmy.
Yeah.
Or another
Any other T name.
Yeah. So that
Timothy
was cool.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it'd have to be a name that's not Tom, Timmy, a form of Tom, but Tommy. It has to be like just another T name.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Toby! She was so
that was
confident.
Funny. Yeah. But then he tells her that he can sense him, but he can't find him.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So that confirms that he's alive in someone else's body.
His soul is still around.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking, seeing as how they already mentioned Mephisto, and we know we're getting him in Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Mephisto has Tommy's soul? And he's holding it hostage?
Yikes. Well, there's already talks that they're trying to put together a Wiccan series where he goes find. The whole series is him trying to find Toby.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Toby. Yes. So I think that'd be dope, and it's supposed to directly pick up right after Agatha and Wanda.
So there's a spin-off, because we already know the next series to tie into this is Vision Quest, or whatever they title.
But it will spin off of this.
So it'll be a spin-off from this. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
And I'm cool with a Wiccan series. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I said that. I think the young
Avengers, at the very least, a special presentation of that.
No, this deserves a full series.
I'm sure
Joe Locke can carry a full series. He's proven this.
Hell yeah.
And then, you can tie in some of the younger Avengers. What's the villain that's going to be in Ironheart?
I just know the actor who's playing it. I can't remember the character who's playing.
Yeah, Anthony Ramos, right? He's playing him.
Right.
Is it Red Hood? No, it's not Red Hood. Red cape, red cloak, red something.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Producers are probably looking that up.
But he's funny. Mystical.
You wrote Maximum instead of Maximoff.
Did I? Oh wow.
But go ahead.
Yeah, she's like, gosh, you really, yeah. So it goes back to them arguing, and she's like, gosh, you really are Maximoff. Otherwise, none of this would be as nearly as dramatic. Yeah. And like, it was cute because she's like, well, it's nice to see you again. Like they had a moment where she's like, she felt, I don't know, some peace, I guess.
She gets like a tear in her eye almost, right? Or like,
yeah,
at least starts to get, and you could see like a sense of pride almost.
I wouldn't say a sense of pride, but a sense of like, okay, my reality is back. I realize I'm not lost in this hex anymore. Mm-hmm. I think she's more grounded now, and she's like, well, it is nice to see you.
Well, I mean, the reason I say pride is because like she sees like what's become of him, and that he's gotten strong enough to, you know, handle himself on the witch's road and break her out of that hex and do what he did to her, you know, at the end of that episode, because she kind of was like a surrogate aunt almost, or like a babysitter at the very least. So that's why I say pride, is because she cared for these boys when they were, you know, in that hex. She wind up caring for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I say a sense of like pride almost.
I feel that. Like, I get you on that. I'm with you 100% on that for sure. So yeah, he goes, well, if you really want to finish this together, just know that I don't trust you ever. Yeah. And then she's like, okay. And then she walks off. She's like, all right, well, last one there is a nice person. And he's like, I'm not a nice person. I'm not that nice. Yeah. And then it just ends. Yeah. So we seen that. Remember in the end credit scenes, I told you like where it shows the hex over Westview. The images, yeah. Yeah, it was a blink area, and then now we see Evan Peters' name pop up in the hex. So
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, remember I was telling you there's like two like parts in the title and the closing titles where it shows like the name of the characters, and now it shows Ralph. Well, not Ralph Boner. It shows Evan Peters credited in the series because he shows up. Okay. And he pops up right where the hex is at.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Okay.
But sweet. Yeah, it was a cool episode. Kind of short. A lot of information unfolded here. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm noticing the shorter episodes in a way they're almost better because there's not a dull moment. There's like
there really isn't.
It's, you know, like move after move after move of like a part of the storytelling, right? And there's no like in the you know, the episodes that were longer, there were a little bit of moments of like calm where it were like filler spots, you know what I mean, of like the moment of her chilling talking to Rio, you know, eating pizza, where she's telling her that story about that collar she had before, or whatever, you know. It's like moments like that in the shorter episodes there isn't that. Nope. So it's very fast paced, and we get a lot of information, you know, back to back to back. So I'm enjoying the shorter episode. Like, it sucks that they're short, but we get a lot in those episodes. We don't have moments to like, I agree, of dying down. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I'm enjoying this.
I don't think from here on out we're gonna have those kind of moments anymore. We're not having any like slower pace.
I think 7 is gonna be
What's the last trial? Well, no, I wouldn't say last trial. It's the next trial for sure.
It is the last trial.
Is it? Oh yeah, they've all had their trial.
Unless they officially
reached the end.
Oh, actually, no. Rio hasn't had a trial.
Correct. That's what I thought. It's Lydia. Is it Lilia or Lydia?
Lilia.
It is Lilia. Okay, so Lilia's trial's next, and then that's why the road is like orange tint now. Yeah. Yellowish. Orange, yellowish. Yeah. And then after that, it's got to be Rio's trial.
And then them completing the road, whatever.
Because as of now, we still haven't seen Lilia, Jen, or Rio. We don't know where they're at. We know where 2 of them are.
No, they come back.
They have to because they have to do their trial.
Well, no, Rio, Jen, and Lilia, they're not dead. They've already shown like sneak peeks of the future episodes coming up, where they're in like Lilia, like I said, is the Glendola from Wizard of Oz, which is the Good Witch, and I don't remember what Jen's character is. I don't remember what she is, but I know she's
Dorothy.
Probably, yeah. Or Oz.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man, those next 3 episodes should be jam-packed with good stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hopefully. But I got nothing else. You got anything else on it?
No, that's it, man.
So that is it for episode 6 of Agatha All Along.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for episode 7. That we'll be right on top of that as soon as that comes out. Yep. Also, but our next episode is going to be Penguin episode 6. 6. We just had episode 5.
Oh yeah,
it's one episode behind Agatha. So
Penguin
episode 6 will be coming to you guys next. So stay tuned for that if you're following Penguin. But thank you guys for joining us yet again. And Kike, let them know how long I'm with you.
To the end of the line.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Also, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all our new episodes and more.